If you want to discover the secrets of what elite entrepreneurs and marketers did to achieve the next level of success, then this channel is definitely for you. Hey, I'm Daniel Das, and I'm the coach and founder of Voice Warriors, and I just want to thank you for clicking on this video. Voice Warriors Radio is where we interview these experts about their secret frameworks, strategies, tips, and how we can implement it right away in our lives and business. So stay tuned till the end of this video because I have an awesome gift that I would like to give to you. Enjoy, and I'll see you in a bit. So he's an affiliate marketing expert and has won the Dream Car Award of ClickFunnels, right? So he's basically someone that I look up to, and especially when someone can win the Dream Car Award, that really fascinates me on how someone can really lead people into basically the ClickFunnels, right, to become a ClickFunnels user and how to retain them, right? So he has impacted tons of entrepreneurs' life and also taught people on how to get their own affiliates, right? And so without further ado, let us put our hands and let's welcome to the stage Paul Mottley. What's
Yo,
up, brother?
what's going on?
Yeah, for start, could you just tell us a little bit about yourself, a little bit of your backstory on how and what got you started in affiliate marketing?
Oh man, well, it's kind of like it's a little bit crazy, right? Because no one, I don't think anyone intentionally grows up thinking I want to be an affiliate marketer, right? I don't know about you, but when like you go through like certain ages, certain things in school, and they go, okay, right, well, when you're really little, you want to be like Superman. You want to be like Spider-Man, you want to be an astronaut, you want to be a
Mhm.
fireman, you want to be a pilot, and all this good stuff, right? So being an affiliate marketer, if someone had said that to me when I was like 7 or 8 years old, I'd be like, huh, what? And it's like, it's not interesting because actually, funny story, I actually remember my parents taking me on holiday once to like this. Um, it's kind of like we're on holiday and there's like everyone else is on holiday at the same time. Then you've got this central place to meet in the evenings. And, like in a hotel type of thing, they have like the mini talent shows and stuff, right? So there I am,
Mhm.
probably 7 or 8 years old, and we're doing some sort of
Wow.
contest. And then the compere comes down the line with the microphone and says, "Oh, who are you? Where are you from?" That sort of thing. What do you want to be when you grow up, and all that. And the guy gets to me and he goes, "Oh, what do you want to be when you grow up?" And I just went, "I want to be Spider-Man." So literally,
Wow.
literally was like, yes, all these years later. But yeah, I'm not saying I am Spider-Man, right? But I'm just saying you've never seen me and Spider-Man in the same room. That's all I'm saying. Okay, right? So you never quite know, right?
You never
But
know.
the thing is, it was always something that interested me about building and running my own business, right? So
Mhm.
I figured out from an early age that I was virtually unemployable. I'm not saying I never got on well with my bosses. What I'm saying is that I could always spot opportunities. I always saw where things could be improved. And a lot of times, it was difficult to get that across to people because they were so set in their ways. And it was like, no, this is
Mhm.
how we've done it for like the last 50 years. So we're not going to change anything. And I'm like getting so
Mhm.
frustrated with it. And I worked for a company at the time where that was the case. And I just thought I needed to branch out on my own. So I left that company. I started my own business. All of a sudden now I just had the reins and I could just do however and whatever I wanted. Right. And for a few years, it was kind of
Mhm.
like, okay, right, well, I've still got this thing going on in my head. And the internet started happening. Yep, I am that old. Right. So it was like, oh, suddenly you could do this or you could do that. And it was pretty awesome. And one of the things that I found, because we were running like a home business, but we still went out to regular residentials and commercial properties as well to like deal with these people, our customers. Um, with the advent of the internet, I started noticing people were booking appointments online, for example. And I thought, right, I need to find a solution to book appointments online. And then I started noticing other companies that were advertising and getting leads through Facebook. And I thought, yes, we need to do that. And we needed like to have the facility to be able to do that as well, which is why I started out with something called lead pages, which I believe is still around
Mhm.
actually. And It just
Yeah.
came kind of like, you would send the URL from the ad, people would land on the page, they would enter their details in, it would give them a thank you page, and that was kind of it, right? But I still had this entrepreneurial spirit thinking, oh, I want to be able to sell this, drop shipping has started, oh, I want to be able to do that, digital courses came out, oh, I want to be able to do this and that. And unfortunately, like Lead Pages wasn't really built for that. It was just pure lead gen. But I think probably off the back of that, I was hit by an ad for the .com Secrets book by Russell Brunson. I noticed you've got that in your review back there. Yeah, you've got it. It's right there, it's right in place, right? So I thought, okay, right, I'm just gonna get this book. And so of course I went through Russell's sales funnel. I got that, I got something else, and I got something else as well, probably. And the book arrived, and it was like the usual thing, you get a book and you have full intention of reading it cover to cover, but life gets in the way. It's not always difficult to go and read a whole book in one go. And what was crazy was that I was on holiday in the States, and I never really fly, and can sit there and relax and go to sleep. And when on the way back, it's like a nighttime flight for us back to the UK. So I took the book with me, sole intention to read it on holiday. Thought, yes, in my mind, sat by the pool, read the book, no problem. But when you're taking kids with you, you have no time, right? It's impossible. So I started reading this book probably around 1 a.m. in the morning to my body clock time. And I read through it all. And then I was that excited, I read through it again. And by the time I got off the plane, instead of like having the usual jet lag, I was just popping. I was literally buzzing. I could not wait to get home and get the computer out and start looking into this thing even deeper and greater. So I ended up buying ClickFunnels. I ended up going through the Funnel Hacks webinar, which for those people who don't know, which just kind of like shows you the basis of selling online, affiliate marketing, and everything that went with it. And I just started letting it happen. I was the one asking the questions in the groups. I noticed there was an affiliate program. People started putting their results in. So I joined that group as well, the ClickFunnels Avengers group. And then I started asking questions about that. Next thing I know, I bought the Funnel Hacks. So it's like, give me 6 months worth of ClickFunnels for about, I think it was like $997 at the time. So then I didn't have to worry about my bills for the next 6 months because I got it. I started implementing what I'd already learned in our own business. And I think we generated like, I think it was like 42,000 of sales by spending like 400 ad spend. And that was kind of like the moment where I just thought, do you know what? This thing has some legs. I think we can do something here, right? So what I was finding was, as I became more of an expert, because I was so engrossed, I had immersed myself in every single thing about sales funnels. Literally, I read, I listened, I watched every single thing that was anything to do with sales funnels. And when I started people sort of asking questions in the groups, I was there. I was like, oh, well, this is how you do it. And that's how you do it. And I ended up going through a process of becoming kind of like a go-to expert. People would start tagging me on questions because they knew I had the answers to them. And what's interesting is that after a time, people started saying, okay, right, that's great. We'll be on private message together. And they go, oh, I think I'm going to get it. And I was just like assuming they already had it. And it was like, oh, okay, cool. Let me grab your link, and got them, they signed up, and I started getting these like little passive commissions each month from people that were using ClickFunnels, and had come through me. And it was kind of like how that went for a while. I must have gone through probably thousands of messages with people, probably hundreds of live chats just like this, because sometimes it was like, oh, do you know what? I'll just get on video with you. We'll go on a Zoom. I'll show you how it's done. Blah, 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 blah. Right, like that. And that was kind of like how it built up. And all of a sudden I was earning over $1,000 a month just by doing that. But I'd hit the kind of like the ceiling. It was almost like, how can I then progress forward? How can I actually push towards this dream car status that I keep seeing everyone posting around, and keep seeing the list of winners, and the guys, the affiliate manager at the time, pumping that out as well. And I thought, I can't just learn it off YouTube. I can't just like figure it out on my own. I need help. And time is money, and I get that. And that's why the most valuable information that you can get is right from the sources. So basically, what I did was I started looking at who had already won the dream car and tried to contact them. I basically just went through the whole list, and a lot of people on there were like seriously like big names, and I had no chance of talking to them ever. But there were one or two that I noticed had their own Facebook groups. So of course I hopped into those. I noticed that Spencer Meekham, for example, he had a Facebook group. So I hopped into that. I started learning from Spencer, and then he brought. I noticed that he had a course, so I bought that, and then it started talking about how to do this and how to do that, and the account started growing because I was implementing what he was showing me. But ultimately, what it came down to was that I was learning marketing, and I was learning because I'd invested in myself, and I started paying people. I was like, okay, right, well, I need an hour of your time. How much is it? And I would say, okay, right, what are you doing that's different to what I'm doing so I can get the same result? So I would pay for their time, and literally just dived in with that and started using paid ads. Everything kind of scaled up. And then it kind of went crazy after that, because when Spencer brought his course out, Affiliate Secrets 2.0, he actually ran an affiliate competition. And I think I came like third place at that competition, which for the time, for me, where I was set at, was just incredible. I got a bunch of commission. I got a nice free gift from him. And there were other people on that list which were, in my eyes, way ahead of where I was. But I was doing better because I'd learned the process, right? I'd invested in myself, learned the process, repeated until I got the same result. And that started happening for a whole bunch of other affiliate programs that I started as well. So another one was Samcar. I mean, they had some serious names on the launch they did last year. And I still scored, I think it was like 7th or 8th place out of like a top 10. And these were big names, I'm talking like serious people with like massive lists. I had nothing, literally nothing, but I was able to crush it. In fact, that was probably 2 years ago now. And that's kind of like where it's got me today. Obviously, hit the Dream Car Status Award back in 2019, which was amazing, because not only getting that passive income, but you're also getting like a car payment as well, which is so much coolness. You'll never ever figure out how cool that is. But I still pinch myself because I'm just a regular person doing the same as what everyone else is trying to do, and that is to buy the time back effectively while still looking after their family. So if I was rambling on them, and that's just
No, it's good. I love it, man. I love your story, and especially when you started off, you sharing about being an entrepreneur, and it happens to all of us, right? As we are going through this journey, or maybe when we are starting out to work for someone to have a job, we get this, I'll say, this frustration of working for someone, and then like building someone else's dreams rather than building yours, and that pushes us to do something like, hey, I got to start my own business here. I can't do this all the way, right? And I guess that's what happened to you as well, right?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, there's nothing worse than seeing the boss rolling in a brand new car.
That's awesome.
You just think,
don't mind me asking.
I worked hard for him to get that car, right?
Yeah, definitely. And are you driving a Mustang actually, or was it
Yeah,
a
man.
Corvette?
Yeah, Ford Mustang. Absolutely sweet. I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
lovely. I love Ford Mustangs as well. They really bring the horse in it. So yeah. So basically, I mean, throughout this whole entire journey of yours, and for you to win the Dream Car Award, right? And it definitely all comes back to getting leads to your funnel or to what you are doing before getting that award. So, what would your number one strategy be that you use for your business for getting leads?
I think you have to get past the whole know, like, and trust, right? There is so many different ways to break that down as well, because when you just say like know, like, trust, it seems so simple, right? It seems, oh, I can just stick a video on, then someone will get to know me. Hopefully, if it's the right kind of person, that they'll like me and then they'll trust me, right? This doesn't happen overnight, and it's also not just off the first hit either. I mean, sometimes people will get lucky and hit a home run on the first hit, but sometimes you give the baseball analogy, you need to like just keep swinging. You just keep swinging and swinging and swinging, because
Yeah.
for people to get to know you, they have to see you. So you have to put your content out there. You have to, and it's this horrible thing about content and value and all this sort of thing. Everyone like spills it around like that, but it's almost the same as getting your face out there. You have to get over the fact that if you want to emulate other people's successes, you need to be able to be comfortable enough to do what they did, right? So you need to be comfortable coming on interviews like this, for example, or hosting them just like you are, right? You need to be able to be comfortable on camera, and that's not going to happen overnight either, which I think is always a great idea to practice, to keep going, to be consistent until you get better at it. Now, little things that can help you get better about that is maybe having a decent microphone or having better lighting, little tiny little things like that, which will make a big difference because the quality and the perceived quality of it is slightly better as well. But of course, it gives you more confidence because you feel more professional as well. Not saying that you have to have that stuff. I mean, I know people which literally just hold the phones up like this and just say whatever they want, right? And that's it. It doesn't matter if they're in the dark or if it's too bright or windy or anything else like that. But the trick is to keep swinging, right? You need to make sure that you are visible to others, and you can do that on various platforms too.
Yeah, that's so
because
true.
it just depends on where your perfect customer hangs out. If you're looking to, let's say you have a course or program that you are either selling yourself or you're an affiliate of, and it's based around TikTok traffic, guess what? Your audience is on TikTok. So of course you want to be a TikTok creator, because then you are going to get into that person, right? It's no good trying to force or trying to sell something about TikTok if you're just going to blog about it, because those people aren't they're not the same people which read blogs are not the same people which are going to buy a TikTok course. Now you'll get exceptions, of course, but flip side, if you are wanting to sell a product or service based around blogging, guess what? You need to blog, right? So that's kind of like how it all works. You need to make sure that your platform, it matches up to the product or service that you are selling as well. Does that make sense? I hope it does.
Yeah, yeah. It makes total sense, right? To really make sure, and yeah, the part where you said, swinging the bat, keep swinging it. Like even Russ Bunsen mentioned this story about Bruce Lee, right? He practices a kick 10,000 times rather than practice 10,000 different new kicks, right? And that's really true.
Exactly right. Exactly right. Because the more you do something, the better you're going to get at it, right? And it's a little bit like learning a new language. You're not going to be able to pick up a language just by reading the a cross translation dictionary. Because you could read it all, and you've read every single word of this other language converted into your own. Doesn't make you an expert at it.
Yeah,
It's repetition and understanding.
yeah,
That's how you learn things, right? And that's how people learn languages. If English isn't your first language, that's how you learnt it.
yeah.
I'm not proficient in Spanish, but I know some because I've gone through the process of doing exactly the same thing. Again, I could fire up a YouTube video, but it's not going to give me the same level as perhaps going to a class, right? This is the investment side of things. I could pay to go and get lessons and then I'd be sat in a group. I could then decide, right, well, I want some more help. I'm gonna pay to go to someone's office and learn one to one, right? But then I want even more help. I want it to be faster. I want to be able to do it in a comfortable environment. I'm going to pay someone to come to my house and teach me it once a week. And then I want to go crazy. I want to think, right, okay, now I want it super fast. I'm going to pay someone to come around my house and sit for like 8 or 5 hours a day for the next 3 weeks until I get this down. Right. Now just explain the value ladder to you. Right. So
Yeah.
you're providing more value, people are charging more, but you're getting better results each time. And that's the sort of thing that you can then transfer into your online business, but also as affiliate marketers as well. So if you can provide more value, then you can obviously offer a higher priced offer.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's really amazing. Thank you for sharing that with you guys. If you're not taking notes, you should be taking a lot of notes. What Paul is sharing right now is basically golden nuggets that you guys should take. And yeah, thanks for that, Paul. I mean, it's so true what you just shared right there. And when us as entrepreneurs, sometimes we get this distraction, I'll say, and one of the distraction would be the shining object syndrome, right? And where they see, oh, this guy is making a lot of money, I'm going to follow him. Oh, this guy is making a lot of sales, I'm going to follow him. And they get distracted with this whole journey. And so with that being said as well, from getting leads, right? And you just shared with us that strategy. So after getting those leads, and could you just share a tip on how do you convert those leads into quality buyers? Could you just share on that as well?
Well, it's like everything, right? I don't know about you, but you can, like you say, shiny object syndrome. Let's give that an example. Let's say you're just browsing through Facebook, you're not really paying that much attention. You see an ad, sponsored ad, right? It's very clear it's an ad because it says sponsored. But you think, oh, that might be useful, or that might be interesting. You click on it, right? Next thing, it wants your email address. Okay, well, I'm really keen on seeing what's on behind the door, right? So I'm just going to pop that in. On the next page, something happens, blah, blah, blah. And then you just think, yeah, cool, brilliant, good stuff. And you're gone. That's the biggest mistake. People are focusing so much on that opt-in page and not delivering on the thank you page.
Oh.
Right? Because that is where that person sees you for the first time. That is where that person begins their journey down the know, like, and trust. Right? Because I can throw up, obviously I can't throw it on Facebook because they don't like these sort of ads, but I could throw up a lead opt-in page, make money fast, $300 a day just by typing, enter your email for the secret access. Right, and I would probably, if that was an ad that was out there and it was allowed to be put on, people that went on there, it's highly attractive, and they would enter their email addresses, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'll go for that. Opt-in rate, 80, 90%, no problem. Everyone wants to find out this secret. Mm-hmm. On the next page, it just says, step 1, go to this website. Step 2, register. Step 3, wait for something to happen. Step 4, hang around for the next 6 months. It's not going to be interesting enough, right? People are just going to fall away. They're not going to read your email for a start. You're going to start sending them emails because we're taught to start sending them emails. But then they get like 200-300 emails a day. Why should they go open yours? Wow. Right? And why should they open yours again next time? This is the connection. Give them a reason to stick around on the thank you page, and give them an even better reason to go and find your email. It might be in the promo tab. It might be in their spam folder. Give them an even better reason to go open that up. And in that email, give them a damn good reason to open the next one. And you tell them exactly when it's coming out. Say, I'm going to contact you again tomorrow. Make sure you watch out for this subject line, because we're going to be able to open the doors on this, that, the other, right? This is where you start building it from there. It has to be focused heavily, right? Now, I know totally you do need decent opt-in rates. I get that. But you've got to heavily focus on someone getting to know and like you and trust you on that thank you page. That's where the magic happens, right? That is where it all happens. And I'd even go as far as to say, right, if you were just looking at a standard affiliate funnel, right? So you've got an opt-in, you've got a thank you, and then they say, click the button and it goes to the offer. I would even just stick on that page. I would tell them to go and open that email, and there's a link in that email to go to the actual affiliate offer. So I would bypass this click thing going on, and I would say, right, go get used to get my emails. Go read my email, right? And if you want to go even crazier, and this is like going to reduce the amount that you get so much down, it's unreal. Reply to me, and I'll send it out personally. Now, if you do that, if you've got like 100 people on your email list, and let's say it's 1,000 people opt in. Now, say 100 people, so only 10% actually go ahead and open the email. Out of that 100 people, how many people do you think are actually then going to take the time to email back? It'll be a small number, but I tell you what, they are so qualified, they are ready to buy, because they're qualifying themselves. If you were selling something that was an affiliate product and they had, let's say, the classic one at the moment. Let's pick Legendary Marketer out. They've got to go through something for 15 days and follow instructions, right? Now, how could you think they are going to be about following instructions if they can't even be bothered to email you back when you send them an email? That's ask them to email you back. They're not going to. So I wouldn't go too deep as that, because we are talking about big numbers when you want to go for that type of thing. We're talking like 10, 15,000 opt-ins and then really qualifying them on something. Probably just focus on the thank you page itself, sending them to make sure that they open your emails, because if they don't open those emails and they're sat in that promo tab, or in the spam folder, there's a good chance they're never going to hear from you, because they're never going to get those emails coming to their box. There has to be an action, right? There has to be some sort of commitment from their side, and that is what's going to build your business straight away. And another thing as well, have some form. Do you mind if I just go through this? Is that okay?
Please. I mean, if you have time, please go ahead. I got all the time.
Another thing that I have running at the moment is an automatic sequence in my email autoresponder to unsubscribe people which are not opening, right? It's kind of like a loop. When they open an email, they get put into, they get put on top of a list and 30 days go by, right? If they don't open an email within those 30 days or 90 days or whatever it is, 60 days, whatever you want to do, it automatically unsubscribes and they go off my list forever. But let's say on day 12, I've sent another email out and they open, guess what? They reset to 1, right? They reset to day 1. It comes down. Day 22, they open an email, they go back to 1 again. What that's doing is literally just stripping out the fat of my email list of people that are not opening, because that then helps your deliverability. It helps the open rates go up, and therefore your click-through rates go up. And if you higher open rate, higher click-through rate, higher commissions. That's the simplest way I can do it, man. That's the simplest way.
That was mind-blowing right there. I mean, it's so true. What you said was exactly true. And it's so good, right? Because you're basically identifying the action takers, and from that you're able to bring them on into your value ladder and convert them into buyers, and they are really qualified leads and they become qualified buyers. Wow, beautiful. Thanks for that, Paul.
That's it, man.
That's
You're
really great.
literally letting people qualify themselves. I would rather have 100 people on my email list where every single one of those people open every email and they click every link than a list of 100,000 people where no one does. It's not.
Wow.
And do you mind me saying this?
Yes, please.
Size is not important.
Exactly. I totally believe that 100%.
Quality,
exactly.
build size
100%.
every single day.
100%. So true. I mean, just recently, I had this opportunity to interview Eileen Wilder. She was the FHL speaker just recently, and she did say as well. She had like this virtual event with 12 people, and she managed to close about over 6-figure sale. And and so true what you say. Size doesn't matter. It's the quality of those leads that come in, and whether are they action takers, like you mentioned. And it's what you mentioned is really good, because a lot of entrepreneurs, when it comes to the thank you page, they are straightway bringing them directly to the offer without even really qualifying them as action takers. And what you do is amazing, like really taking a step to make them go into the email, click for that offer, and then bring them to the next thing. Wow.
Yeah, that's it. Because you can literally, I don't know if you have or you've seen like the perfect webinar from Russell Brunson. Have you seen that? You can deliver, let's say you've got your opt-in page. On your thank you page, you can deliver the perfect webinar to people, right? You can deliver that. Who, what, how, and when, and all that good stuff, right? So you can actually deliver that on a thank you page via video, have no buttons or anything else on that page. Literally, the only thing that they can do is watch. That's it. So they're looking around for buttons. What can I press? What can I do? Nothing else but that video. And right at the end of the video, when you make the offer, You tell them to go seek it out. You have a special link just for them in their email box. Go find that link, click on the button. That is going to, and again, you can do this as well with lots of other things. This is going to activate the bonuses or the bonus content or whatever you want to call it, or my freebies, all this good stuff. That will activate this if you click that link in your email, because if you're clever, you can add a tag to a link inside of your email, which then puts them into another automation to send all this stuff out free. All this stuff out next time, right? So it will automatically send them out, everything out. You put a delay on it by about whether it be an hour or a day or whatever. But if they click that magic link, that's got a tag on it, which puts them into an automation. So they get all the free stuff you promised them in that perfect webinar. And of course, that link takes them to the affiliate offer for them to go ahead and purchase.
Boom. Boom. that's just boom. We have Nilesh here, mic drop.
Mic drop.
Yeah, we have mic drop moment. We have Nadira. She said, well, that's a precious golden nugget. You're awesome, Paul. Thanks for that. Really appreciate it. And so could I just ask another question based on that, right? So you have really qualified those as action takers. Would you say as well, because they are action takers, they will be those customers or clients that will be, that is basically the tip on how to have customer retention? Or do you have another tip?
Yeah.
That?
I mean, again, looking at how you can do it, you can literally say, okay, right, well, let's take them up again. We took them on the same journey. They've gone through the opt-in page. They've gone through your video. They've gone and seeked your email out. And instead of this time saying, okay, right, well, when you click the button below, I'm going to put all of the freebie stuff inside of my private student-only Facebook group, right? And now you've got their email list, and you're adding them into a Facebook group where you can deliver, right? And again, you have a tag fixed to that link so that when it does, it says it's like the link is going to be in your email. Once you click that link, two things are going to happen. First off, you're going to be able to go and purchase X, Y, and Z. Second of all, we're going to send you out a further email tomorrow where you can get access to everything that we've said inside of the free Facebook group. In the private coaching, make it exclusive, whatever you want to say, makes it attractive that way. Inside of my exclusive, action taker friendly, whatever you want to call it, Facebook group. And you make your Facebook group private as well, so no one else can find it. So you don't get people randomly coming in, which is completely the opposite to where we normally go with Facebook groups, right? But you just want people that are action takers in that group. So if they go from the email to the Facebook group, you get them to confirm the purchase on the questions, right? So, you can put 3 questions on, confirm what email address did you use when you purchased product X, Y, Z, right? And that way you can then look at it, and a lot of times when you're selling an affiliate product, you can get access to who's bought and who's not, right? So sometimes you'll get like the email address of the person that does it. If it marries up, great, you let them in. What you're going to have then is a small but succinct group of people which have bought the product. Now, if it's something like, I did this exact same process for the One Funnel Away offer. What I did was I enabled people to come into a private Facebook group, and my bonuses, if you like, was I was going to go live with them every day. I was going to make notes. I was going to make those notes available. I was going to go with them. They could ask questions about their business. I would answer it for them. They could drop me private messages if they wanted to. For the entire 30 days, I was literally there for them. Now, I was paid handsomely via the commissions. But what also then happened at the end of the 30 days, when the time was right, I was then able to make offers to people and say, now we've got to this point. If you haven't finished your funnel, then I have a funnel building service as well on the side, which I don't advertise.
Wow.
Right. So you go from earning like $100 or $200 commission. I shouldn't tell everyone that, but super affiliates get more commission sometimes.
Yep.
right? But then we can go and say, right, okay, right. Well, now I can deliver on your funnel because for one reason or another you've not quite got it right or it's not quite there. You then put the done for them offer on the table, and some people will go for it. And once they've done that, you can then say, okay, right. Well, if that's not within your skill set, you can outsource it. Right? Very simple. People will build funnels and you can negotiate a deal with that person. You still make the cream on the top. So you don't actually have to then go and do the work yourself. You can say, my team will do it for you. Right? And that is not it's not lying. That is just being honest and true. You will have 2 or 3 people probably in your head that that can deliver on these funnels. You go directly to them and say, okay, right, well, we've got this customer. He's just paid $500 for a page. He wants 2 pages. Well, we said we'd do like 5 pages for like $2,500 or whatever. I'll let you have the 2,000. I'll keep the 5 for myself. It's money for nothing, right? Straight away.
Yeah.
And then you can go to a next level as well with that as well. So you can see how you start off by having something which is free, providing value via the video. You get them action takers filtering from your email list into your private Facebook group. You deliver all your bonuses, all your action like that. Then you can sell them onto another product as well afterwards. Sky's the limit, man. Seriously.
Amazing. Paul, you have shared basically the whole structure of, from the start to the end to have customer retention, and that's just amazing. Guys, please leave a 1 in the comments if you're getting a lot of golden nuggets, if you're getting a lot of awesome stuff today. Oh my gosh, that was really great, Paul. Really appreciate it. And really appreciate your time. You took so much time just to explain to us clearly on how you did it, and it's so good. It makes total sense.
Yeah, it's
And
cool, man.
yeah, man, it's really amazing. And yeah, I understand that you have a YouTube channel. Could you just share what you do on your YouTube channel? I have the link down here,
Oh, you got the link
and
on
I'll
there.
be
Look at
putting
him.
it
Look,
in the comments as well.
He's well prepared. Look. Well, I actually made the decision probably about a month ago that I was going to hold off from selling or having any products on sale. So if someone goes to look to buy something from me right now, they can't. I'm just going to provide the content onto YouTube. So a lot of this stuff you're going to be able to learn directly from me on YouTube for free. Now, I do have a little bit of a thing about free stuff because if it's free, people aren't invested in it. So don't expect it all to be free forever, and do be expect to have some sort of offer coming along your way further down the line. But you can provide all this good karma out in the world, which is exactly how I started with ClickFunnels as well. And then someday it will come back to you, and that's kind of like the plan. But initially, I just want to help as many people as I can, man.
Yeah, that's just beautiful, man. I mean, the whole process and your structure that you shared is, I see this one thing. You're basically, and that's how you got the dream car award. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're basically taking people by the hand and you're like pushing them, like, hey, this is the way, and this is how I did it. Then you're like bringing them step by step through the journey. That is why I feel strongly that I believe that not say no one, there are lesser percentage of people that goes away from you because you're really bringing them step by step along the way.
Absolutely, man. Yeah. Anytime someone answers me a straight question via DM, I always give them an answer. I don't say, oh, it's going to cost you X to find that out. That's just how it should be, man.
Amazing. Thank you so much for your time. Could you just share what is your favorite quote that you like to leave with your entrepreneurs before you go?
Favorite quote is going to be, with enough courage, nothing is impossible.
Wow. This is like from a Bible verse, right? With God, nothing is impossible. I love that.
That's actually from a guy called Sir William Hillary, the guy who started the RLI over in the UK, which is the charity which saves lives at sea, which is something I'm involved with at the moment.
Hey, Daniel here again, and I just want to thank you for watching this video. And like I promised, I would like to give you an awesome gift. But before that, did you know the fastest way to reach the next level in your online business is not by cracking your head for ideas, going live every day on social media and all that? The fastest way we discovered is by interviewing experts that are in the niche that you're in. What I mean by that? Have you heard of this phrase where your network is your net worth? I'm sure you did, but if you have not, hear me out for a second. The real question is, how do we connect with these elite entrepreneurs and marketers? It took me a while to understand this, but with a lot of researching and studying, I finally discovered that most of them have this one pattern in common. Most of them started their entrepreneurship journey by asking or interviewing experts before they became one. And that's why having an interview show is so powerful. It does not only connect you with these experts, but it also builds your authority, trust, and credibility with your audience, and they will be willing to buy your offer without hard selling. Amazing, right? So here is my awesome gift to you. If you're looking to connect with your dream experts with a powerful interview show, I have this special short training that will help you with all the strategies that you need to launch one. All you have to do is click the link in the description, and that will direct you to my free group where the free training is. Over there, you'll be able to connect with me and ask me any questions that you have, and also join me in live interview session that is ongoing every single month. You will be able to find other free trainings that are in there that will help you in your entrepreneurship journey as well. Hope you enjoy it, and I can't wait to see you in there. Once again, thank you so much. Till the next one, I'm Daniel Das, signing out. Goodbye for now.